remember that we had nothing to lose because we'd never been here before. That's a good feeling when you've got nothing to lose. We had everything to prove. Also remember that the rain was threatening right up to the point. I think you'd had a bad summer last year, and the rain was threatening right up to the point where we played. And then the sun came out, and I don't think people didn't know who we were. They sort of walked by and went, "What's this?" And by the end of the concert, it was one of the best concerts we've done ever. I mean, it was absolutely amazing concert, which is why I think we've been invited back. The sound was bouncing back off the wall behind us beautifully, so we were enjoying it. Caught the whole thing on video. I remember it, and I watch it a lot. But the audience reaction was unbelievable, and they wouldn't let us off stage, which is a really nice compliment. So it was a special night. Yes, I think that we, as a three-piece band, we are gelling very much. We are in tune with each other in a big way. And I do think, we are in a way, we are at the peak of our powers. Our drummer the other day was just saying, it just feels like we're really moving on now, you know, there's momentum behind us. This album sort of gets us to the end of this strange little trilogy of CDs that we've made quite nicely, so I'm happy. What place was I in then? Okay, I was in a place where I was trying out so many different things. I was trying to immerse myself in various different cultures. I mean, you mentioned some of the more well-known bands. I also immersed myself in the psychedelic trance scene, which is a very underground scene where people just go and party around the globe. They tend to be very rich because they can afford to do that. But I can remember moments where I played at raves as the sun came up and things. So I immersed myself in these different cultures, not necessarily feeling that I fitted, but I wanted to see what journeys music would take me on. And I think it was only... Where I am now is about a feeling of self-confidence. Before, I was just trying to work out where I belong in this world. Now I have the confidence to say, okay, well, I'm definitely a piano player first, but I've experienced all these things. I want to now incorporate all these experiences into what I am, which is a piano player. So I would term my before life as experimentation, and I would term my current life as arrival, you know. Well, I suppose a perfect song for this band is a song that connects with the audience, and we've had, I suppose, the comments that stick out after we've performed are, "I didn't know I liked jazz, but I love this. What is this?" And I mean, our tunes are very dedicated to certain moments, certain experiences, and they are titled to reflect those experiences. And when, for instance, there's a tune from this new album which is called Box Lily, which is about my two-year-old daughter who was born prematurely, and she spent the first 3 months of her life in a little plastic box. It's called Box Lily, and when we play that, I introduce it in that way, and when we play that, I've had especially women come up and say, "My son or daughter was born prematurely," and they have tears in their eyes. And so I suppose, you know, what's a perfect song? A song that connects with someone. But what you say about the pop and the build-up and the ballads thing, that's all very accurate, yeah? And also the prog reference is very true. And the way that the songs are written, they are constructed in that pop form. They kind of have verse, chorus and bridge. They have those elements to them. So there's a lot of pop ethic in my head. I can't get away from it. I'm a Brit and we do good pop, so I can't ignore it. The irony is I was doing that in the day. I was doing the production in the day, and then in the evening I was still doing funny little gigs in pubs where I was playing to people just on my piano and on the electric keyboards and things. And of course I was thinking, well, I know I enjoy that more than anything, but I can't seem to sort of marry the two. Well, now I have the perfect combination. I'm able to compose, express myself, be known, but also I'm able to connect with, you know, the trouble with technology is that there's so much getting in between you and the audience. There's so many different bits of electronic equipment. With this current guise, it's just finger onto ivory, onto string, onto hammer, onto string, and then it's heard. So it's much more personal feeling to it. I mean, I try to attain perfection by going back until everything was just how I wanted it to feel. Whereas in this scenario, I have to make sure it feels damn good now, and that's much more daring, much more thrilling, and much more pleasing ultimately.